Today I'd like to share something that happened to me that I don't think I've seen somewhere else, either on YouTube or the internet. Um, Usually when we catch a swarm, we like to do the method of moving it about 4 or 5 miles away, leave it there for a few days, a week, and then bring it back, and then it kind of resets their orientation, and then we can place it on the property wherever we want. This time we decided to try to put some grass in front of the entrance and do this little trick where you add that grass at night, move it, and then the next day they're supposed to figure out that it's a new place and they reorient themselves and they're good to go. So we did that. We caught a swarm. Uh, I had a trap in the tree. We caught it and we decided to try that trick. Unfortunately, about half of the bees of that swarm decided to go back on that tree, and we had installed a new swarm trap there. Um, the queen fortunately stayed in this box, and that's the box that you see there on the screen. And the queen decided to stay with about half of the worker bees, which is good. However, I decided that I wanted to merge them back together to give them like the highest chance of survival. So what we decided to do at that point is we decided to bring the other half, the one that is queenless, 4 or 5 miles away to a different location at my house, and give them some time, and then bring them back to this property. And then as we transfer them from the swarm trap into their hive, we would merge them back with the other half, including with the queen. So that's what we did. So I brought this colony back with me, the queenless half of it, and I set it up at my house. So the next day at my house, I woke up and decided to check on them in the morning, and you could tell they were reorienting. They were just kind of flying around and trying to figure out where they were. And then I checked back in the afternoon, and it seems like it was a little bit more intense. And the clip that you're about to see in just a second here will show that it was a little bit more active on their reorientation. You can see right there, there's some on the box, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. I thought that was unusual. So later that day, around maybe 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, I get this text from my neighbor saying, "Hey, there's tons of bees flying around, and they're going towards your direction." And I thought they were going to a different swarm trap that we have on our property. But to my surprise, they were actually going to that box containing this queenless half of a swarm. So you can see there the swarm landing on that swarm trap that I brought back to my house, the queenless half of a colony, and they're just moving in. So they decided to move on this very small queenless colony, and I'm assuming they merged together, which is something I don't remember seeing before. I don't think I've heard of that before, but it might be something that happens a lot. So if you guys have had this experience before, I'd love to hear about it, because this is something new for me. I'm not sure if this swarm of bees moved in because there wasn't a queen, or maybe it's something that they do sometimes. Maybe they swarm into an existing colony and they just merge. I haven't personally seen this, so I'd love to hear about it. Also, later that day, we had this very huge storm that moved in, and these guys, they got in just in time, maybe by 60 minutes. And I went to check on them after that, after the storm, and you can see on the next frame how they're all tucked in and good to go. I'm glad I was able to witness this, because I would have been very confused the next day or two, inspecting that box and that hive and realizing there's a queen and a ton more bees. So I'm glad I got to see it. It was great. This colony is doing great too. It has gained about 4.5 pounds in 5 days. They are building tons of comb. They're doing fantastic. So anyway, if you guys have seen that in the past, similar experience, I'd love to hear about it. Thank you for watching.